Hello and welcome everyone. It is time for Jim Comics Top Picks for New Comic Book Day this upcoming Wednesday, August 10th, 2022. It is Friday, August 5th. Trying to get my videos out back to my normal Friday morning / afternoon. So yeah, back at it. And I hope you're all doing well. I just want to say that you are all awesome. I try to get that in every video because you are. The world's a crazy place right now these days, but as bad as sometimes the TV tells you it is, turn the TV off and you'll realize it's actually pretty darn good. So we're going to talk some comics as usual. I'll get into my picks and everything else and do all that. But before I do, I got to make a correction because in my last video, I've been away for a little while and man, I got rusty. I talked about Edge of Spider-Verse #1, and I mentioned this Spider-X's first appearance of him in book, full appearance on the cover, and I mentioned this character here, I think it's Arana, I can never pronounce her name right. Anyways, it's not, she showed up quite a while ago in Amazing Fantasy #1. It's actually Spider-Laird who made the first appearance in this book. He's like a Scottish sword-wielding Spider-Man kind of guy. So the book does have 2 first appearances, but just not her. So I just want to correct that because she did not make a first appearance in there. And interestingly, there is a second print announced for Edge of Spider-Verse #1. And Spider-Laird, you'll see an image on the screen now, and Spider-Laird is on the cover. He's in the top left there holding the sword. So you are going to get first cover appearance of him, as well as Spider-X is on the cover. I mean, obviously he's on cover A here, so it's not his first cover appearance, but you are getting first cover appearance of Spider-Laird, so that'd be a good one to get. And it'll definitely be a much lower print run than this this first printing. So I've already got a couple ordered. It comes out September 14th. If that's something you're interested in, get that pre-ordered. If you're not, then don't. There you go. I want to talk real quick about DC. I know a lot of you probably heard about all this by now, but David Zaslav, when Warner Discovery merged back in April, he is the CEO, and he's obviously coming in and like, you know, it's funny, businesses are in the business of making money, and you can put out shitty, in the case of DC, you can put out shitty films and, you know, not have any direction for a while, but after a while, the board of directors and the stockholders are going to want some money to be coming in, and if the money ain't coming in, some changes are going to be made. And sure as shit, a couple of movies have been canceled. Well, Batgirl's been canceled anyways, I guess because it was just a garbage movie. They did a test screening of it, and people said it was just awful. So I think, you know, the pendulum is swung so far one way with so much. I'm not going to get into the whys and everything. Just the pendulum is swung so far one way, and the money is drying up. I think, quite honestly, because people are tired of the shit. So eventually, if the companies aren't making money, it's going to swing back the other way, and you're going to start getting some better product, hopefully, out of DC. And I hope they do, because it sure sounds like they're looking at Marvel, and they're going to have this 10-year plan to have kind of some direction for their movies, and hopefully they all tie together and it makes a little bit more sense. They hire some actors and actresses who are not quite as off their rocker, like Ezra Miller. That guy's a wingnut. But anyways, so it sounds like Zaslav is saying he wants to bring Warner back and produce great, high-quality films, not releasing a film before it's ready. So we'll see what happens with it. I mean, yeah, you can say one thing, and we'll see how it pans out. But at least it's looking like DC's going to start getting their shit together. And like I say, it doesn't matter what company you're in. Eventually, if there's no money coming in, there's going to be a change in direction, and that's exactly what's happening with DC. So probably a good thing. See where it goes, but I'm looking forward to it. I think Zaslav's got a good head on his shoulders, so we'll see where it goes, at least from so far what I'm seeing. But anyways, just had to get that in there. We'll talk about some books coming out this week that I'm looking at. Dark Horse, you got Ward #3, Cavan Scott. It's issue 3 of 4, a little mini-series. I'm enjoying it so far, so we're going to pick that up. From Image, a lot of you are aware of this one, 8 Billion Genies. You got 2 second prints out this week. You got issue #2 and issue #3 second prints. They're both out this week. As well as you've got issue 4 out this week and 2 covers for that, A and B. So if you're into 8 Billion Genies, which has been picked up by Amazon, that'll be one for sure you're going to want to get. DC Black Label's got a Sandman #1. This is kind of it's to promote the show on Netflix, which is launching. And it sounds like it's a free comic, and I don't know if all shops are going to get this. So, because I don't know if it's one of these things where you had to order, shops had to order so many copies of a certain book to get it or whatever. So check with your comic store, see if they're getting that, because I think that one comes out on the 8th, which is that doesn't make right. Anyways, maybe the show comes out on the 8th. I've got August 8th written down, and I can't remember why. Anyways, the free comic comes out this week, so if you can get one, try to pick one up. At least that's what I'm going to try to do. That's it from DC. From Marvel, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man #7. You got a bunch of covers for that. Looks like it's your first Oscorp Spidey suit. You got Glider, Rover, all that kind of stuff. I kind of like cover C. I think that's a 1 for 10. I'm not 100% sure of that. But that's got the new suit on the cover and everything else. But that's the one I'm going to try to get if I can get it. Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever #1. Just a one-shot. But it is the first appearance of Necro the Tattooist. He's a seer who uses his needle to bring dark truths to the surface. And looking at the cover for A, you can see kind of that. It looks like there's almost I don't know, it's like a live tattoo sort of thing on the back there. And you can see all the different versions of Ghost Rider, way back, the first Ride the Woolly Mammoth to Robbie Ray and Danny Ketch and everything else. So I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I'm gonna especially with Midnight Suns potentially. I mean, that will be coming out at some point, and hopefully they relaunch a Ghost Rider movie. Some of the stuff may tie in, so it's worth grabbing one. I'm getting it for sure. Predator #1 is out this week. Marvel's taking their shot at the Predator. We'll see how it is. I'm definitely going to get. There's a ton of covers for this one, so get what you want, folks. But I like cover B. That's an In-Huck Lee cover. He usually does really good stuff. There's a Peach Momoko cover, which is not too bad. And I'm a big fan of Scotty Young. The guy is a great writer. Man, I really like his writing. His artwork is good too. And he's got a cover as well. I'll try and get that one too. And one that really interests me is X-Men Legends #1. It's got the whole 1980s, 90s type of cover there with all the, you see it. If you've been buying comics for a while, you know what that looks like. It's a retro cover for sure. And the interesting thing is Roy Thomas is writing this, at least the first couple issues, and he's one of the co-creators of Wolverine. So it's and it's new in-continuity tales of Wolverine and X-Men and stuff. So it kind of ties in from, how he first showed up in 181, 182, and then him joining the X-Men and Giant Size X-Men and stuff. So it's sort of the tales in there, and it's all continuity, and these are new stories of the past that shape the future, is what it says right on the book. So with the X-Men and Wolverine and everything else coming back into the MCU coming into the MCU, not back, but coming to the MCU shortly. At some point, they're showing up. It'll be interesting to see if that's, it's kind of cool that one of the original creators of Wolverine, if some of this stuff will be part of what shows up in the movies. So I'm definitely picking these up. I'm getting the first 2. There's #1 is out this week. I'm grabbing cover A for sure. I love that cover. And then next month, there's issue 2 comes out. And Roy Thomas is writing that one as well. I think after issue 2, it goes to a different writer, so I'm only going to be picking up the first 2 that Roy Thomas is writing. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that. And last one this week is one I'm probably not going to get, but Star Wars Bounty Hunters 26, Choose Your Destiny. You got Reva. It's her first cover. But after the whole Obi-Wan Kenobi show, I'm not a fan of Reva, I'll be honest with you. But I thought I'd let you know. So my picks this week. Got 8 Billion Genies, #2 and 3, The Second Prince, both worth getting for sure, as well as issue 4, but especially those Second Prince, because they will be lower print runs. Although, you know what, shops are ordering, they know it's a hit, so it just depends on, sometimes it depends on when those, the orders for the shops are released. Sometimes shops miss those. Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever #1. Like I say, I don't know if some of this stuff is going to tie in the whole Midnight Suns and everything else coming down the road, but you're getting a new character in there, so it's worth getting for sure. I'm gonna pick that one up. And one that really kind of intrigues me is X-Men Legends #1. Just because you got movies coming soon, you got the original creator Roy Thomas in there, and it's right on the cover. It says new stories of the past that shape the future. So I'm going to be picking that up for sure. Those are my 3 picks this week. I just wanted to touch real quick on. I showed last week that, or my last video, that I picked up this Flashpoint Beyond #4. And in the back, if you haven't read it, spoiler alert, Martha Wayne is the Joker in this universe. But it's interesting that there's this whole blue shift power that's brought in here. It's created when the Omniverse comes into direct contact with hypertime, when space meets time. So why would Jeff Johns write that in there? Is he going to somehow try to bring Martha Wayne into the DC continuity? That would be odd. Or is he going to try and bring Gilda Dent, who's the new Two-Face, into the main continuity? We'll have to see. Or possibly Dexter as the new Raw. I don't know. Who knows? Or none of that. But anyways, my point, I just saw that and I thought, why? Writers put this shit in for a reason, right? So I talked about that in my last issue. I hope you got this book with Gilda Dent on the cover as a new Two-Face, because that has some potential down the road. I have to give a big shout out to Bliss on Tap. They sent me a couple copies of Duel #3 cover A. They sent me the Ivan Tao exclusive, the Virgin cover, as well as Forgotten Runes Wizards Cult #0. This is being made into a TV show by the David Kolstad, who is writing it. Anyways, he's one of the creators of John Wick, so got some good people behind it. So we'll have to see. But anyways, I got these 3 books here, and I feel I have to do a giveaway. So if you're interested, if you stuck around this far, if you're interested in winning Forgotten Runes #0, Duel #3 cover A, and Duel #3, the Ivan Tao exclusive, just put down in the comments that enter me in the contest. Is all you have to do. Next video, I will pick a winner and ship it out to you once you send me your address and stuff. So, yeah, huge thank you to Bliss on Tap. And man, I read this issue as I mentioned in my last video because I bought it as well, but they still sent me one, which was pretty cool. I even made it to my new address. It's weird. Anyways, yeah. So thank you to them. I love that. I love that series. So yeah, if you're interested, just put down in the comments you want to be entered in the contest. I'll pick a winner and send it out next week. Anyways, there you go, folks. Happy hunting. Take care. Talk to you later in the week. Bye for now.